names of those citizens?
Well, here's one right here, Tom.
Okay.
Me. I don't want to do it. I love you. I love you to death. I don't want to do it. But I can't afford the tax hike. But I love what you're doing downtown. It's like a catch-22. I love what you're doing. I want to see the Louis Vuitton back up. It would be nice to see plays there. It's beautiful walking down there. I love it all. But can't you just raise the taxes a little bit at a time? Why do you have to go 3 times in a year?
Well, Bobby, I mentioned some of the major increases that we were hit with. Obviously, we certainly hope that we don't have to continue raising taxes in a large amount of money. You have limited things. The things that are helping us are the ratables that have come in. And even with a RAD, you're still going to get $11 million of new ratable money that will be coming into our regular budget, besides the $11 million that's going into the Center City for the revenue allocation district. So we're getting new ratables every day. I mentioned the other day there's over 25 buildings now being built in Millville, and they are in the tax abatement because we're UEZ. But let me explain to you, Suzanne Ola put together a list for me, because after the judge had talked about the tax abatements and all that, and we got all the tax abatements that had been given. I don't know what the period of time was, but she put those together. And what we've said in the past is, with a tax abatement, the money just comes to the city. It doesn't get spread out between the school and the county until the 6th year. And the way she put that together was able to show it, and I have that for the judge. I want to show him. It was $80,000 more money that we actually received by giving the tax abatements than we would have had we not given the tax abatements. I'm not saying that will continue, but during that period of time, because of the fact, once you get to the 40%, most of the time in the past, although this year is different, it was about a third, a third, a third. So if you get to 40% of your tax abatement money comes to the city, you now are getting more than what your final share would be once it's in the final phase of the 6th year. That not necessarily is going to hold true now, because the taxes, they're differently split up because the schools have the added district. But the 60 and the 80% are much, much higher than you will get during any of the period of time. When it goes to the 6th year, then you split it between the school and the county and the city. So, but then, there's different issues that we'll get on that. But I guess the key, Bobby, would be if the people like your neighbor and people like that, I would be happy to try to talk to them and explain to them, and I'm sure Commissioner Durrell would too, how the system works, what potential ratables we have coming on, and where we need to go. And we aren't going to be dumped on by the state again, that $1 million pension program.
Yeah, I understand that. I know the state's cutting back on funding, 'cause I work for the state, and they cut back on where we are at. It's just that it's a hard hit 3 times in a year. They're worried about, like, if you're going to do it again next year, you're going to hit 3 times or 2 times.
Mr. Mayor, if we could, to correct the statement of raising taxes 3 times in 1 year, there's an explanation that needs to be made regarding calendar year, fiscal year, school taxes, and particularly county taxes, and those proportionate situations. And I think it's probably more applicable. Suzanne is here today, who is our tax collector and very astute in the fiscal year situation that we have. And it may, in a short version, if she would be so kind as to explain that there are not 3 increases in 1 year.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
Could I get that in writing, though?
Go ahead. Do you have any more questions, Bob?
She'll give you the explanation.
Bob, do you have any more
It should be
questions?
publicized in the
Do you have
paper.
any more
If you have
questions,
more
Bob?
questions, go ahead. We'll let Susan.
No, I'm done with that.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.